Has Paris continued, the progress through the spring, through the summers, and having these?
Yeah, he's making progress. When you look at it, so he transitioned to safety during the spring. So he got 15 practices there, and he was really engulfed in the scheme, right? At corner, he's taking the checks from the safeties, and now he's making the checks. So now he's been able to get back to the scheme, be confident in that, and now really clean up his technique and the small things for him from there. Before, I don't know if he was able to get all the technique all the way down because he was just getting the scheme down of getting everything right and communicating it to the guys. So he's really focused on that right now.
While he's working on that, is he still making plays?
Yeah, he's made some good plays. He made some good plays, but more than just making plays, making sure we're doing the small things right of being the cutback player. Not always just trying to find the ball, but making sure we do our pieces to the puzzle correctly too. And you're seeing a lot of growth in him doing a lot of those small things right as well.
What's communication been like between the safeties and the linebackers right now? I mean, like the entire defense as a whole, I guess.
I hope good. They haven't complained too much. So, no, I think they've been communicating well. Like I said, we can always get better at it, always be louder, have a good, strong voice back there, especially when things changes. But I think we've been solid so far, but still got to have improvement.
I know you don't have a deep level of experience here, but how is it different having Virginia in the first week of the schedule? How has that changed maybe the way you approach these last couple of weeks of training camp?
I'd say I've approached it the same this year as I did last year. So my approach hasn't been anything different. Obviously, you're getting into ACC play right away, but we're preaching the same exact stuff today as we did in practice 15 last year, and making sure we're just taking care of ourselves. If it's Virginia or Albany, at the end of the day, we have to make sure we're doing the proper stuff within ourselves and within our scheme.
Well, is there a change, though, when you go from camp to a game week situation, which begins next week? You're getting ready for a game and going through the process?
Maybe in the players' eyes it intensifies, but like I say, for us, 12 weeks, every single opponent, they're coming after you. So like I say, you just have to make sure you're doing the proper stuff within your scheme and within yourself. So I guess we'll see next week, but like I say, this camp, we've been preparing, getting after it, making sure we got strong effort, running to the football, and just doing all the small things right.
What kind of impact do you think Paris could have on this defense this year?
Paris brings great energy, you know what I mean? So he brings great energy out there. Obviously, he's a fun kid to be around. He absolutely loves the game of football, which I know all these guys do. But you can feel it. You can feel it with him. So, I'm excited to sit back and watch him play and get out there and get a chance to execute what we do.
Speaking of energy, what's it like having the band perform?
Good. I gotta sing that fight song louder myself. But it was good to have those guys out here, and it was good actually to have them here throughout practice. So now, as you talk about the safeties having to talk, now you got them guys back there with the drums and whatever, the trumpets and all the other stuff being loud for us. So that was good to have that experience throughout practice for ourselves.
Go ahead.
What's the biggest area of growth you've seen from Paris from last year to this year?
I think the biggest thing, I think he's more comfortable. So now you see a guy that's more comfortable, not just trying to get lined up, and I think he's processing things quicker. But like earlier, I think he's able to be focused just on himself, because now he's more confident in what we do, so he can properly execute what he needs to do.
If you take a step back from the safety position and look at the defense as a whole, is there one or two guys who really stood out to you outside of the safeties?
As a whole? I think those guys in general on defense have been doing well, playing off of each other. So to say one guy, you see guys in the linebacker room, the D-line as a whole, when you put that film on as we meet as a defensive staff, you see those guys flying around as a whole, just feeding off of each other. So, at the end of the day, it's a group effort. We need each other to be successful, right? Every single player, we need each other to be successful out there.
I know you cross-train the guys to both safety spots. Can Stocker come off, and play either one of those?
Yeah. Stock, if you looked at games last year, Stock would bounce between field and boundary. So I feel very confident with him from that standpoint, and he's been doing that throughout camp. We started focusing a little bit early on as the boundary just to get more comfort level there, because he did a lot of field last year. But as we get to this, as we sort of switch around team sessions and stuff, I'm bouncing Stock around, and he feels comfortable in both spots. So he's been doing well. He's been playing good.